Good evening, everyone. Hollie, Lynn, Psychic Medium, coming in live from Louisville, Kentucky on A1R Radio, the #1 psychic network. Y'all, I can't get my words out. It's been a day, a long, crazy day. So we have changed the environment, and I am out in my family room on the couch. I will go ahead and give you all a pre-warning. My little friend, Lulu, my doggie, is out here with me. So she can join us, but I'm hoping she doesn't do anything too crazy tonight. So welcome, everybody. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I have been fighting junk. I'm here in Ohio Valley. I have been sick with allergies. It's been so much fun, but tonight we're good. So we are going to kind of dive in to some heavy duty subjects, subjects that I feel like a lot of people, most people, tend to avoid, tend to not want to speak on. I've shared with you all, I believe a couple weeks ago, that I am right now a part of a pre-onboarding for a reality show. It is through social media, and it's from Influence Me TV. So when I initially saw this, I applied, blindsided, not knowing what I was applying for. Once I had applied and then started researching to see what the heck Hollie had just submitted her life to, I found out that there is an online portion for the recording. And then from there, it goes. So when we began, you had to be selected, prejudged, and then from there, you were put into categories with different groups of influencers. So I made it through that part. So right now we are doing the online portion, which is, I think it's cumulatively 6 weeks. So basically every day we're collecting votes. Every person can vote one time for free. In my category, y'all, I'm so excited because it just shows the support. I'm currently in first place. The link is listed on all my social media pages, but head over to Hollie Lynn Psychic Medium on Facebook. It is there. It is pinned at the top of my page. Okay, so here's what makes this so special and so important to me, and why my #1 call of action has been for everyone to come through. After I submitted my information to be a part of this possibility of a reality show, I found out that during the online portion, proceeds will be going to the Judd Foundation. I have my laptop here, and I pulled up the Judd Foundation information because I want to share this with you all. What I do know about the Judd Foundation is that it is raising, the Judd Foundation is raising mental health awareness, raising suicide awareness for young adults and teens. So during this 6 week of online voting, you can pay for votes. So it's $1 up as much as you want to donate. And a proceed of those donations go to the Judd Foundation. Myself personally, I'm an overachiever, and I like to shoot for the stars because, I mean, heck, why not? We only have one life. I've set a goal of $50,000 is what I would like to raise. And it's more than achievable with the social media and the groups I'm in and people I know. So I would encourage everyone that if you're looking to donate $1 to something, it's the Judd Foundation. It's going to help me, which is amazing. But at the end of the day, what this really stands for is so much bigger and so much more important than even the reality show itself. Tonight, again, I didn't know what I was going to do when I came on. I kind of planned things, but I went to my son's baseball game tonight. He is a freshman in high school. And I'm sitting on the bleachers with the freshman girls. You know, we're 14 years old, we're 15 years old. It's such an impressionable time in their lives. And I'm listening to these girls talk, and I'm watching these other girls around and people being unkind and cruel. And I'm hearing them talk about how, they have removed pictures from their social media because they're being bullied on social media. I'm hearing how, people are being unkind. Sorry, you guys. This is live TV for you, for the listeners. My lights just went out. So I'm sorry. So, they're talking about people have been to them, how much bullying has occurred. And as I sat there and I listened to them, like I'm feeling very overcome with emotion now just talking about it, because the reality of it is this stuff begins so early and it's so damaging to these young girls, even the young men. I don't think the guys speak out as openly about it, but sitting there and watching these girls who are filled with insecurities and self doubt talk about how they don't like social media because people are mean to them, how, girls are over on one side talking about them on the other side, just bringing out the insecurities. And it just really got my mind going, because the reality of it is a lot of these young adults and young teens do not know where to turn. Unfortunately, our society as a whole has put this scarlet letter on mental health, making it appear as if though you're struggling with mental health issues, that it's embarrassment, it's shame. This is something private. I know, after some experiences I've had, my mom, my mom's mom, my granny, that generation did not talk about mental health issues because there was so much shame wrapped around that. So as I sat there today, I realized that I've been blessed and I've been given platforms to use my voice. The reality show is just yet another platform for me to be able to speak more about these issues. Y'all, we're going to have fun out here. Look, I'm trying to do something different and woo-hoo, my lights want to go out. My dog has messed up my lighting. Oh, wow. This is just life, y'all. So anyway, I'm just going to suck it up, Buttercup, and hope it works. Okay. Sorry about that. So sitting there today and watching them, it just made me realize how much more, how much further we need to be able to go. So with the Jed Foundation, that is their focus. It is to be able to offer a place where people can go, where people can talk, where people have support. Even with health insurance, you guys, you don't even get the coverage when you're doing that. For those services. We don't look at our mental health like we look at our physical health. And everyone who's in the spiritual world, the spiritual work, we know that our mental is connected to our physical. Our mental health actually can cause physical issues, physical ailments within us. So if our mind is not clear, if we have not been able to release the hurt, the pain, the trauma, if we've not truly worked through that, we will begin to start presenting with physical symptoms. 9 out of 10 times, if you go to the doctor, they're going to write your prescription and say, this is what's wrong with you. Take your medication. If you don't get better, give us a call. That 10th time, a prescription should not have been written. It's all about what we're holding onto our bodies. When we experience trauma, we hold it in our cells. We hold it in our muscles. It is a part of our body, which is why there's TRE. But see, the general public does not know about TRE. I have multiple friends in the mental health world. And when I've shared with them about TRE, they didn't know what TRE is. And for those of you who may just be hearing about TRE for the first time, it's trauma release exercise. And literally, you do exercises with the bottom half of your body that kind of, I don't want to say relax your muscles, but kind of get the blood flowing. Then from there, you actually lay down and you do these different exercises, raising your body, and then you're bringing your legs up and together, and there's music playing, and your body literally will start shaking, and you're not doing it. It's natural. And it's releasing all that trauma, everything that we're holding on to within our body, within our cells. Mental health, physical health is so much more than just taking a medication. The two are completely connected. And that is where my call of action right now is to call on everyone to speak up, to share the truth, to be comfortable sharing their journey because it's nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever. It actually is so empowering and gives you so much more strength when you speak your truth. You know, I was embarrassed, I was ashamed, but as I've healed, I've been able to open up and speak freely about my struggles with mental health. And then I've also spoken about the steps I'm taking now to be able to heal those parts of me. Physically, I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. When I was in my toxic abusive relationship, I was sicker than I had ever been, you all. You all, I had to have I don't know the medical term, but it's a scope where they go down your throat to look at your heart because they thought there was something wrong with my heart. I had multiple surgeries. There was always something physically wrong with me. But y'all, at the end of the day, it was my mental health. And my body started to respond to how I was feeling, to the situation I was in. When I left the relationship, I became physically healthier than I had ever been. And it has taken me a little bit longer to work on the mental aspect of that healing. So they're all connected, they're all related. And it's time that we come forward and really start speaking the truth about healing. When I began my healing journey, I had a therapist prior to even my healing journey. I started with a therapist in November of 2020. Come April, I guess it was May, no, it was May 6th, 2021. That is when I began with the domestic abuse trauma therapist. Therapy was great, but you guys, I needed more because that was not enough. So by July, I had two therapists, a mentor, and I began doing breath work. I began doing TRE. And I always tell everybody breath work really is what saved my life. Therapy is amazing. I'm still in therapy. I think every person in the world should be in therapy, even if it's with a mentor. Just make sure with what it is that you're facing and dealing with that that person is equipped to truly give you the resources you need to be able to heal and move forward. I also am being told I need to share this right now. You know, I had to have this conversation with my mom. I don't remember my childhood. And I didn't have a horrific childhood, you guys. I mean, we had a pretty great life. It was hectic. There was 5 kids. It was crazy, nonstop. You literally learned how to scream and talk over each other. But I don't remember my childhood. And my mom asked me, well, why don't you remember your childhood? And I said, well, Mom, that's a trauma response. And so many people do not know that. We don't remember things because those are trauma responses. So my mom is questioning me, well, what do you mean trauma response? And again, another misconception. We believe that if someone has experienced a trauma, it is something severe, like an extreme at the top of the list. Y'all, a trauma can be as simple as, and this is the example I used for my mom. I fell in a bathroom at a concert and I hit my head. That affected my body. And what I remembered happening is not what happened. And I don't remember everything. And my mom was there and she remembered it differently because she was not going into protection mode. Her trauma responses were not stepping in. That subconscious mind had not taken over for her. So when I explained that to her, for me not to be able to remember everything, that's a trauma response. So what happens with trauma responses is our subconscious mind recognizes this is not safe. This is not comfortable. So our subconscious mind steps in to protect our conscious mind. So it's still in our mind. It's still in our body. We still have responses to situations that we may not understand why we're responding the way we are, but it's not in that forefront of that brain, that conscious mind where we're every day aware of it. So that is why I say going through your healing, working through your experiences, you need to be doing more than just therapy. You've got to be implementing therapy and breath work and, meditation. your journaling, automatic writing. That right there in itself will help alleviate so much that has been stuck in that mind. And it's going to remove it, it's going to open that space. I have no background in mental health counseling therapy whatsoever. I'm a retired hairdresser. Some days I felt like a therapist because we do have, being an empath, being a spiritualist, people are coming in and out every day and we're talking to them and we're helping them. But I didn't have the tools and resources to help myself because they aren't made readily available and definitely not available to your below middle, lower class. Most of the times you end up having to pay out of pocket. So it's my mission, it's my purpose, it's my goal. I always tell you all to help people heal, to help people find their purpose, their why. And guys, it begins with our mental health. It begins with healing that innermost part of us, our center, our heart center. But it takes the work and it takes the resources. And that's what I'm here for. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. This platform that has opened up, there's no coincidences, y'all. No coincidences. And I tell everybody every single thing I've experienced has happened for me, not to me. And it's placed me here again to be able to help because I know there's someone that needs the help. I know that someone does not have the resources readily there to be able to heal and move forward. And I truly feel like that is why I'm here. That is my job. That's what I'm going to do for all of you. Today, I was doing my daily, every day on TikTok. Well, not every day. I try to every day, y'all, but some days get busy. But I try to do a daily message from spirit. And again, this is what's been so heavy on my heart. I start to do my message from spirit, and automatically it was like all of a sudden I'm hearing somebody needs to hear this. And I was immediately prompted to let that person know, that they are loved. And you need to know this. You are loved, you are valued, and you are worthy. And it's okay not to be okay. We do not have to follow the protocol of society. If all you did today was get out of bed, you did something. Be proud of yourself. We have to quit putting these unrealistic conditions on our bodies, on our minds, within our souls. We have to take each moment by moment. So that is what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to stop, y'all. I'm going to spread the word. I'm going to continue to research. I'm going to continue to find ways to facilitate resources for anyone and everyone who may need them. So I kind of want to go back, though, to the Jed Foundation, the fact that, we're focusing on young adult and teens. And I think you guys, with the world right now, we come into 2020, we go straight into a pandemic. Our entire world shut down. The fear these young adults, these teens are probably already, I know, are carrying with them because they're seeing their families, they're seeing their parents, wondering how they're going to pay their bills, how are they going to pay their mortgage? Jobs are being eliminated. We go through the COVID, we go into protesting, which I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and our home city was one of the places where it was very much broadcasted nationally. Issue. There was no stability for anyone. And we're looking at these kids, their schools were shut down, their after school activities removed. They weren't able to have friendships, times with their friends, social gatherings. It was fear after fear after fear. All they had was social media, y'all. That's all most people had during that time was social media. Social media, we all know, can be an amazing, beautiful place that offers resources for so many things. And it can be a great place to share memories and, with friends and family, but it can also be a really dark place. We as adults see what happens when people get behind a keyboard. Imagine being 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. And you're sitting there with your peers, and you have peers that are putting forward this life that looks so perfect and so amazing. And you're over here struggling just to get up. And then you've got people over here that are being unkind and that are using fake accounts to come in and pick on you and tear you apart. It was that, oh, that just gets me every time. But we no longer have a mask mandate here in Louisville in the schools. So I was speaking to one of the young ladies today. I'm gonna cry. Woo! I said, "Did you wear your mask today? Since you guys don't have to." And she said, "Yeah, I still did. I don't like to not wear my mask." Sorry. Woo! Goodness gracious, guys. I didn't know it was gonna hit me like that. And I asked her, I said, "Well, why?" She said, "Because I don't want people to see my face because they make fun of me for the way I look." Sorry. Oh my gracious. This is a 14-year-old little girl. And imagine what she's carrying within herself because of peers. So this is why this is so important to me. Oh my goodness. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. And our world has gone from being kind and showing love and compassion to treating people with such hurt. And, as I sat and talked to her today, I explained to her that, hurt people hurt people. And of course, I told her how beautiful she was and how she should ignore people and she should stand in her truth and have that strength to know that what someone says about her is not true. But that's where we are. That is the problem. The Jed Foundation helps people like this because these kids need more resources. These kids need more protection. I have kids, and I mean, my youngest, Carson, has experienced bullying, and I watched his mental health decline. I watched him go from being a traveling baseball player, succeeding academically to barely making it academically, no longer participating in sports. The kid, I think probably at, gosh, he was 13, 14, so 20, anyway, topped out at 215 pounds, because literally all he did was eat and sit in his room in front of his computer. It literally has taken him watching me and him working together in his desire. And I want to have him on one night because, y'all, first of all, the kid is hilarious. I'm like, I don't know where he got his sense of humor from because he is a character, but his story is such a story of inspiration. He went from, like I said, extremely overweight, not playing sports, to starting finally back in person school, August of 2021, he has dropped 3, almost 4 full sizes. He is straight A's, has this beautiful girlfriend, playing varsity baseball as a freshman. He's the leader of the team. I went in his room the other day and he has affirmations hung all over his wall. Those are the things, those are the people that we need to be making sure these resources are available for. We need to make sure that we're there to help our youth because our youth is our future, guys. And it's our job and our responsibility to make sure that they are being equipped with services that were not readily available necessarily for even us. So this is obviously, you see how choked up I got. This is very, very emotional, very near and dear to my heart. And like I said, it's something we don't talk about. And I felt like I need to talk about it. And I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to share awareness. I love you guys so much and know that you're not alone. Remember that you are loved and you are valued and you are worthy. And it's okay to not be okay, but just know there are resources and there are things we can do to move forward and to heal and to come from the darkness back to the light. I am going to be closing this out with I love you so very much, and I appreciate you guys. Make sure to head over to Hollie Lynn Psychic Medium. I would appreciate your vote, and if you can donate anything to the Judd Foundation, I would appreciate it so much. Get your journals, do your affirmations. You tell yourself the same thing over and over again until you believe it, because you are worthy and you are loved. I'm going to be your number one cheerleader, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we make it to that finish line. You guys, until next week, be kind, love one another. When you see someone who needs a hug, give them a hug. Pick the world up. I love you all, and I will see you all same place, same time next week.